The day after the U.S. Attorney General rescinded rules that let legal marijuana sales flourish, local retailers and growers held their annual cannabis summit. Is the industry in a state of crisis? KOMO's Matt Markovich attended that summit to find out. Matt?
Well, they say nothing has really changed, Mary. The industry is relying on elected officials making good on their pledge to defend Washington's marijuana law, but many thought that this day was inevitable. Are the feds going to take my weed? Can I go to jail?
We're fielding those questions, already. It's like, what's that mean? Are we going to be in business? Yes.
At Diego Pacier, they're telling people they're not going away.
Schedule 1 status of cannabis.
But at the Washington Cannabis Summit, the faces of retailers, processors, and growers were serious as the industry reels from the U.S. Attorney General's decision to rescind the guidelines that state used as a green light to legalize weed. Marijuana has always been illegal under federal law.
The memo didn't really indicate that he was going to be going after individual users.
Rather, it's the businesses represented at this summit that have the most to lose if the federal government chooses to enforce federal law. And it's an industry that has already struggled to get traditional conservative banks to handle the cash business that is marijuana.
If this bleeds into Treasury changing their policy, then we may see bumps in the road as far as access to banking services.
Because banks could be accused of money laundering, a federal crime. It's a day the man who oversaw the state side of legalizing marijuana, he knew it was coming.
Which law has precedent? Is it going to be state law or federal law? And I think that's an argument at the Supreme Court at some point in time, unless Congress at the national level changes this.
And it will be the state attorney general to make that argument to defend Washington's pot law in any court.
Do I think we'll prevail in that fight? I do. But I can't make any promise that everything's going to be okay.
Which brings us back to buying and selling legal weed. It's business as usual.
We're not doing anything wrong. We know that.
And several at that summit believe that this will open the door for all the states that have legalized weed to join forces and fight the Attorney General's actions, including California, which began selling legal weed, this week. Reporting live in Soto, Matt Markovich, KOMO News.